with interest. That's another penalty added to that. And then the third one, an action for the recovery of contribution or any other penalty under this section may be instituted in the name of the bank or by any officer in the bank or by any other person, or perhaps it's 2 more penalties. So maybe the chairman ought to explain to us the rationale behind additional penalty to what is the existing remedies.
So, Honorable Kaita, you've had the queries is on 5.
The court before which any person is convicted of an offense under clause 25 of this Plenary without prejudice to any civil remedy, order that person to pay to the fund. What is currently happening, Mr. Speaker, is that the act is there, the laws are there, but it's not like, it's leaving open, not justiciable, if I can say, or they don't convict people based on the fact that they do not, they fail to carry out the function, the provisions of the act. So that is why these penalties. As is now, not even central bank, who is a shareholder of the fund, is paying. That is because nobody is this. But if there are penalties, it will compel them to, because they know that if they don't pay, they have penalty to pay afterwards.
Well, the rationale is that they wanted the law to have more teeth so it can effectively bite. Clause 29 carried. Babangida, we were looking for you on tax matters. You were absent, so, but the matter has been referred to your committee. You sort it out and come back. Clause 30 carried. (31) carried. (32) transitional provisions carried. (33) interpretation carried. 34 carried. Long title. Short title.
There's a problem.
Honorable Shehu Musa, please come back to your seat.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Honorable colleagues, sorry, we have to go back to clause 29 so that we can effectively fix the problem.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues. I just observed that the clause 29 carry penalty and interest, but there's no way you can compute penalty and interest without defining it. So we have to add penalty and interest at prevailing commercial bank rate. Penalty and interest at prevailing commercial bank rate. Otherwise, you can't compute the penalty because there's no any basis. Thank you.
Okay. We've had the threshold. Any seconder? Honorable Tungwa.
Mr. Chairman, I second the amendment as proposed.
Those in favor of the amendment say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. So clause 29 as amended, carried. Last is repeal and reenact the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria Act, and Honorable Kaite is now invited to give the House a brief.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, this is
Honorable Garo,
a third,
take your seat,
second
please.
time
Honorable Garo.
amendment that we felt that this House should take the bull by the horn and make the amendment. It's our report on the committee on housing on a bill for an act to repeal the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria Act, F16 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to make comprehensive provision for the establishment of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and its board of directors and for related matters therewith.
So I've noticed that there's a diminishing return on the part of the chairman, Committee on Housing. Okay, so we'll move on. I will consider it clause by clause as well. We'll start with clause 1. Clause 1 carried. The bill has 33 clauses, so we're done with 1. Clause 2 carried. Clause 3 clause 4 clause 5 clause 6 clause 7 functions of the board carried. Eighth, which is on page 9, power of the board or powers of the board. So we are carrying clause 8 as powers of the board. Clause 9 carried. Clause 10 clause 11 clause 12 clause 13 secretary to the mortgage bank and other staff carried. 14 capital. 15, 16, 17, expenditure of the bank. 18, carried. 19, power to accept gift. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There are 33 clauses and we're on 24. So we still have more. 26. I didn't see 24. Okay, 25 is service of notices. 25 carried. 26 carried. 27, indemnity of officers. 28, 29, 30, 31. Atunwa, it appears you are in a hurry. You may now leave, please. 32, 33, which is the short title. The schedule, explanatory memorandum, long title, Honorable EJ. Honorable Shehu Garba Sarkin Numa.
Mr. Chairman, you said it during the passage of the last bill that what is worth in is worth in. I know we have ruled on all the clauses, Mr. Chairman, but I want to appeal that we reverse ourselves and re-examine clause 2. I wonder why we would want to restrict. This is an era of opening up, and we are trying to put our institutions on the pedestal that they could operate even outside of this country. I wonder why we will be so restrictive, by restricting foreign ownership, of, say, the Federal Mortgage Bank. We have the Development Bank of Nigeria today, which had multilateral financial institutions coming in and investing in order to bring about efficiency and give ourselves. Why should we not give them the leverage to be able to entertain, move maybe by foreign institution, financial institution to invest, and giving us access to, to funding that is available out there. I want this House or the committee to re-examine this clause 2. And if possible, maybe we reverse ourselves and create a window where should the situation arise in the future where the Federal Mortgage Bank will have the opportunity of partnering or perhaps, inviting similar institutions that are well established out there to come and partner and perhaps give us greater leverage. I mean, why should we lock ourselves up and perhaps because we have a law that has tied our hands? I want this to, the House to re-examine this clause too.
Luckily, I am sitting next to the chairman, Rules and Business, who is custodian of our rules. I want to cite Order 9, Rule 1.6. Mr. Speaker, honored members, these rules are meant to be followed. These rules are meant to guide the proceedings of the House. And we have all here sworn to jealously uphold the provisions of our rules and the rules and laws of this country. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, you have already ruled on this one. So the only avenue through which we can resuscitate this matter is by way of Honorable Noma coming by way of substantive motion, not to bring us, continue to lay ambush on us and then bring surprises on the House. He has to come by way of substantive motion. And it is very clear, he said shall. So it is mandatory, it's shall. The operative word here is shall. It is mandatory. So we should be guided properly by this, by our rules. Thank you.
Honorable Kaita, please. We are working on your bill and you're making noise. Please, Kaita.
Okay. Honorable MT Monguno is absolutely right in the sense that the rules are meant to be obeyed. But I've always granted this latitude, believing that there's whatever it is that we can fix at this stage, it's better we do it once and for all instead of going to and fro. And sometimes when these things goes to the president, they point out some very embarrassing provisions of the law that may be regarded as serious legislative lapses. So if there are avenues for us to correct those lapses before it goes out there and for people to really see that we've done our work, nothing stops that. But Honorable Sarki Noma's argument can even be effectively countered on its own merit without shutting him out technically. Because the essence of this law is that it's meant to be a non-profit organization. So by the time you start creating windows for people out there to come and invest, it means that you will now turn it into a profit-making, because there's no investor out there that will contribute money without taking profit. But the law still allows them to borrow, they can partner, they have all the powers to negotiate with institutions abroad, but not as to the ownership of this institution that is meant to drive social services in the country. So I think on that note, we will rest the case. Chairman, Rules and Business. Move that will resolve into plenary. Revert to plenary, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Chairman Okejem, I represent the good people of Burukuru. I'm from Benue State. Zachary is not making noise. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the House do revert back to plenary to report progress. I so move.
Honorable Chairman, honorable members, I hereby second the motion ably moved by the Chairman, Rules and Business. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. House hereby reverts to plenary. Honorable colleagues, the House Committee of Whole considered the report of the Committee on Housing on need to ensure full compliance with the National Housing Fund Act for effective housing delivery in Nigeria. Approved recommendations 1 to 6 therein. Honorable colleagues, the House and the Committee of Whole considered the report of the Committee on Housing and a bill for an act to repeal the National Housing Fund Act, Chapter N45, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and enact the National Housing Fund Bill to make provisions for additional sources of funding and for related matters, and approve Clause 1, approve Clause 2 as amended, deferred Clause 4, approved Clauses 5 to 28, approved Clause 29 as amended, approved Clauses 30 to 34, and the long title of the bill. The House and the Committee of Whole consider a report of the Committee on Housing Bill for an Act to repeal the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria Act Chapter F16, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to make comprehensive provisions for establishment of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and its Board of Directors, and for related matters, and approve Clauses 1 to 33, the schedule, explanatory memorandum, the long title of the bill. Acting Leader.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohamed Khair Monguno. I represent Marte Monguno, Gaza Federal Constituency of Borno State. I hereby move that the House do adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Seconder, Chairman, Rules and Business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the motion as ably moved by the acting leader of the House. So second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Acting leader, motion for adjournment.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I hereby move that the House do adjourn to Wednesday, 23rd of May, 2018 by 11 a.m. I so move.
Rules and Business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the motion for adjournment as simply moved by the acting leader of the House.
The House hereby adjourns to Wednesday, 23rd of May at 11 a.m.